Good afternoon, everybody. It's Lynn, the Leather Bag Lady. How are you all today? It is Thursday today. No, Wednesday today. It was a long weekend for us here in Canada, so I don't actually, is it all provinces? I'm not sure. So I don't even know what day it is. Weather-wise, it was a beautiful start to the day, Leather Bag Lady weather report, and it's kind of clouded over now and beautiful though. 8 degrees, 7 degrees in the middle of February. This weather is just going crazy. So I have bit the bullet. Sorry, I'm still struggling with this cold. Yesterday, I had a very stern talking to by one of my customers who I now consider a friend, Cynthia in California. She basically told me to get over it and start charging what my stuff is worth. And I appreciate that. I really do. It is a wonderful thing to know that you can get a stern talking to by somebody who cares a lot about you. And I mean, I've never met Cynthia. She's never met me in person, but I do consider her a friend. And I've reached out to her on a few occasions for some help with some things. And she tells me like it is. My friends, my friend group, very small friend group, but most, if not all, of the women in my life are extremely, extremely strong women. And I gravitate towards that. I'm kind of a no-nonsense woman myself, albeit that I've kind of struggled to kind of find that person again in the last year or so. Just, I don't know what it is. It's just, whether it's COVID or menopause or whatever, I don't know. But I have lost my balls in the last little while. And having somebody that I know cares about me kind of check my behavior, it helps. It really does. Because I know there is no ill intent. There is no malice intended. She is just sharing with me her perspective as a customer, and it's awesome because she doesn't know a lot about me other than what I share in my videos, which is a lot, really, but I don't mind that. I'm a kind of an open book type of person. I don't have a lot of closets with skeletons in them. I got a few, but not a lot. So when she kind of called me out yesterday, I was like, yeah, okay. So I have bit the bullet, Cynthia, and I have listed the Coach bucket bag today. So here it is in all its glory. This bag is one of two that I have found in the 10 years that I have been reselling purses. So when I see my colleagues, the Purse Trip-ins and the Kristen D doesn't find a lot of vintage Coach, I don't feel. It's Hadrian, costume jeweler, aka the bag lady, the bag curator, purse curator, I'm not sure which one hers is. And they come across these on a somewhat regular basis. I'm like screaming at the screen. So I do believe that this is brass. There is some tarnishing. There is a little scratch right there. Now this is where I get a little confused. I don't think these rivets are brass because there is some color loss. And the same goes for this side here. Zipper is fantastic. Zipper pull is great. All the seams are gorgeous. The bottom is beautiful. I do believe the bottom is 9 inches wide at the base, and it widens to 15 inches up here. It is a 15.5-inch strap drop, so it's definitely a shoulder bag. All the seams are fantastic. It does have a little bit of schmutz on the inside, just because the inside is all raw suede. I'm not sure how much of that you're going to be able to see. There's the Creed 9085. Now, I kind of took that, I did try to do a little bit of research on how to read these vintage serial numbers. I kind of took that this is 1990. So I'm not, or it could be, I don't know. I'm going to say 90 because it's definitely one of the iconic 90s bucket bags. So there is, you know, there's a little bit of stuff. I mean, it's all raw suede. It's beautiful. All the seams are great. So just a couple of little areas where there's, you know, just some stuff going on. I can certainly wipe it out again. But I mean, that is just all raw suede, and you know how I feel about suede. And yeah, so there's just a few little areas on the inside, all the way down to the bottom. So this is what all the fuss has been about. The strap is beautiful. No edge coat here, people. I did have to recolor the edges. They were a little bit, there was some color loss there. And I just used my Doc Bailey's black on that. I've moisturized it a couple of times, but if you're going to make an investment on a bag like this, then hopefully you will continue that moisturizing process. I say it all the time. Please, 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 please moisturize your bag, especially these vintage leather pieces, because they need it. They really do. So this one is made in Costa Rica. I'm not sure. I don't know a lot about Coach. Coach is a brand that I appreciate, but I don't necessarily use it that much. I don't like the jacquard C's. I like the leather, but the leather that I have is I've got a beautiful burgundy big tote. It's in here somewhere. And I actually should get that out and use it because it's a winter bag. It's like a real winter color, but it's huge. So the only thing with that bag is the little bit of color loss on the rivets on either side, on the inside of the straps, and the little bit of, you know, there's some marks on the inside raw suede. And there is no original hang tag. I have, this is one of my groupings of Coach hang tags. This is another grouping of my Coach hang tags. I just find them along the way. I collect them. So that's 1, 2, 3. I mean, look at some of these things. They're fabulous. So that's 3, 4, 5. So there are no vintage hang tags in here. These are all just kind of the puffy, which will be vintage at some point because they don't make the hang tags like this anymore. So I have 5 of these bundles that I have every intention. Oh, that's a fossil. What's that doing in there? That shouldn't be in there. I have every intention of reworking these hang tags and adopting them into tassels. So I'm still fighting this cold. It's absolutely horrendous. Now, where did I put? Oh, here we go. So these are some of the tassel hang charms that I've made. I love tassels. And I wanted to be able to kind of incorporate, now I mean this is a fossil, not even a Coach, but I wanted to be able to incorporate, like restyle the Coach hang tag in some way. And I've got all kinds of colors. If you are hearing sirens, I don't know if you can hear these sirens. This is my second attempt at this video. I was doing my video and I heard a bang. And I live probably 3 or 4 houses away from a rail track. And unfortunately, a car has been hit. Pius and I ran out to see what was going on. And it is a young mom with a little one. The little one is fine. We're not sure about the young mom right now. So she's pinned. But I do believe that she is breathing, talking. Just a terrible, terrible thing. So these are all tassels that I've made out of scrap leather that I've had. And that was my intention. So yeah, there's sirens all over the place right now. We were out there, but as you can imagine, there's everybody and their mother out there. So I said to Pius, you know what, let's just go home and let the emergency services do their thing. And hopefully everybody is fine. I mean, can you imagine that poor train driver? I mean, whether there was a fatality or not, that train driver is going to be scarred by that his whole life. I heard the bang. I was in the middle of my video and I was like, oh, I just heard a bang. And there was a weird noise. And Pius said he heard the same thing. And it was the brakes, I guess, the train brakes. And then next thing, I was hearing sirens, like literally minutes after. And I thought, oh, that doesn't sound good. So we, as I said, we rushed out there, and there is something going on. But we send our hopes and prayers and good thoughts to that young lady and her family. Hopefully, you know, it's just, I don't know whether she was trying to run the train or because there's no, I don't know, is there, yeah, I don't think there's any guards that come down. It's just the lights that flash because we're in a very residential area. Anyway, so one thing I did want to share with you was on Saturday, we went into Fossil. Pius got a new phone on Saturday and we had a couple of hours to wait for the process to be completed, for all his stuff to be transferred over. So we went for a walk around the mall and I went into Fossil. I love Fossil. Fossil is a brand that I think is still very well made, is still, you know, worth the money. It is, you know, a couple of $100 as opposed to, you know, $500-600. And the quality is absolutely there. So when I went into the Fossil store, they have some beautiful new silhouettes of bags, like the kind of half moon, you know, little under the shoulder Pouchette bags with a big buckle on the side, but no key. Some of the bags had a disc, like a brass colored disc, and inside is a circle that spins around. And I'm thinking, where's the key? So I spoke to the young girl who was the sales assistant and I said, no key anymore? And she just looked to the heavens and said, no, they're not doing the key anymore. And I'm like, are you crazy? I am just kind of scuffing the surface of brand awareness, creating a brand for myself, having some kind of education start with SEO, you know, search engine optimization, that kind of thing, which I'm not really sure I want to get into that. This is for the love of it that I do this. I don't care if there's 2 people watching me or 102 people watching me. I just chat. I don't want to get all wrapped up in how many viewers, how many followers, how many this, how many that. But I am aware that I am now doing the shop at the sheds, and it would be very wise to optimize to the max that I can the search ability of my shop at the shed. So I'm trying to learn a little bit about it, but it's a little bit over my head. And I thought to myself as I'm standing in that fossil store, and I'm like, you have one of the most iconic hang tags, and you're just going to ditch it? Like, I mean, they came out with, have I got a plastic one? These are all my fossil. So they came out with these god-awful plastic ones to replace the beautiful. Now, I don't know if these are brass or, I mean, how beautiful is that? This is my little fossil stash. I've got a Dooney and Bourke, but it's mostly fossil. Then you've got this kind of fossil. And I thought, why would you do that? Why would you take away something that is so iconic to your brand? But anyway, they have. So hopefully somebody at some point will open their eyeballs and realize, what's this one? Oh, see, here's, you know, they kind of reconfigured the fossil key a little bit. There's a Brighton heart. And there's a husband in the window. You okay? I think he's probably asking me if I wanted a cup of tea. Need a frickin' vodka after what I just saw. Holy moly. We saw the little one in a neighbor's arms. The mom, as I said, was pinned in the car, but as far as I know, is talking and whatnot. Just very unnerving. And here I am talking about bags. But you know what? It is what it is. So I will probably just leave you right now, actually. Oh, I will. I'm not sure I'm going to get to a chore today. I'm still struggling with this cold. I had my client today. We were in the library and I had such a coughing fit. And I mean, you know, the world knows how unacceptable it is to sneeze, cough, do anything in a public place these days. So I took myself to the bathroom, and between peeing my pants as I was coughing and bag room floor, that's today's chore. I could get to that. Yesterday's was the bathroom floor, so I swept it, vacuumed it. I just haven't washed it yet. But yeah, I'm still not sleeping particularly well, coughing and all the rest of it. It's just, but it's starting to break up now, thank goodness. Holy moly. I guess we're getting older. It takes longer to recover from all this stuff. But anyway, so I did mention to you yesterday that the Shop at the Shed schedule is going to change. It's probably not going to change until I'm thinking the end of March. So I am going to stick with the 2, but I am going to do them Wednesday and Friday. That won't be this week. It'll start next week. I doing it back to back is just not working for me. And I think, you know what, it's not a long video, but it's long enough. So we'll do it Wednesday and Friday. And then the intention is to add a Sunday, and that'll be 3 shows a week. And we'll see where we go from there. It's just, I just want to show you my bags. I want to show you everything. I mean, this just stares at me every day. It's got a little bit of discoloration on the suede, but I don't care. I mean, look at the tassels. Honestly, this would be a great candidate. This is a Margot bag. I love Margot bags. This would be a great candidate for a re-dye. If you were to re-dye it black or brown. But you know what? It's actually, it looks worse on screen than it actually is. But like, this stuff is just sitting here staring at me. And I just want to show you everything. So there we go. I haven't picked the bags for tomorrow's Shop at the Shed yet, but I will get on that. Toot sweet. So have a great day, everybody. In light of the experience I've just had in the last half an hour, tell somebody you love them if you love them. Tell somebody that they are important to you if they are, because not every day is guaranteed. And obviously I've just seen that in person in the last half hour. Sometimes we just don't, we take things for granted. And I'm just about to give my husband a big kiss and a big hug and tell him I love him. We've had a rough go the last couple of months. And yeah, we're hopefully on our way to being back to normal soon. But it's been a rough go. But tell somebody you love them, folks. Take care, everybody. Bye.